gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will be brighter. Ooh, child, things are gonna be easier. Ooh, child, things will be brighter. Someday, we'll put it together, we'll get it all done. Someday, the weather's much lighter. Someday, you walk in the rays of a beautiful sun. Someday, the weather's much brighter. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will be brighter. Ooh, child, things are gonna be easier. Ooh, child, things will be brighter. Someday, we'll put it together, we'll get it all done. Someday, the weather's much lighter. Someday, you walk in the rays of a beautiful sun. Someday, the weather's much lighter. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Someday, put it together, we'll get it all done. Someday, the weather's much lighter. Someday, you walk in the rays of a beautiful sun. Someday, the weather's much lighter. Ooh, child, things are gonna be easier. Ooh, child, things will be brighter.
Oh man, what a great way to start the year, huh? That song. Because, you know, I don't really believe it, Carol. I don't really believe it. But, Carol, are you serious? You did not know how psychedelic the Ferris wheel was?
Yeah, I missed that part.
You were taking still shots. Man, I almost sat there with the camera for a full 10 minutes and just recorded that because it was doing, I was not that toasted, Carol. I was not that toasted. But it was beautiful. I mean, I can watch that kind of psychedelicness, and it really was government-sponsored psychedelia. Hi, welcome back. Happy New Year. We've got a live show right now, so it's live now. And we've got about 20 minutes. You can call up. The number's 996-6775. As always, there will be links that kind of further. I can only talk a little bit, and plus, you know how scatterbrained I am. I get like, what is it? What did we decide? 0.08% of everything I say is wrong, Carol? I think we decided it was it might have been 0.09%, but I make mistakes and I kind of get all excited and, you know, so everything, I have links. That's what I'm trying to say here. At my Twitter page, I have links to a bunch of articles that follow up on the topics we're talking about here. So if I go too fast or I ramble or I lose the thread. So Carol, about that Ferris wheel, you know, like I'm wont to do, that's want, W-O-N-T. One is want to do that. Right, Carol? Want. As we are wont to do as monkeys. Anyway, I'm just telling you so you don't embarrass yourself in print when you write want, W-A-N-T, when you mean as is my want. So, because that comes up a lot, I'm sure, in your online prose. In your texting, yes. Well, you know, as is my want, I'm on the pooper right now. All right, so I have a Twitter page. Go there if you want more information. We've got to talk about fracking because, you know, the Republicans in North Carolina, they control the House and the Senate. It doesn't look like they're going to be able to overturn the Racial Justice Act in the House because a couple of Democrats are like, yay, I'm not going to vote with the Republicans this time, but we'll see. Lord knows. They're trying to sneak it through and trying all kinds of maneuvers, and it's just ridiculous what the Republicans have been doing. Basically, it's exactly what Jim Black and, you know, those guys, the Democrats, were doing when they controlled the process. It's that you can't trust any of them, monkeys. And any promises that it was going to be a more open North Carolina legislature with the Republicans in, and that they weren't going to ramp things through at the last minute, and we're going to have time to read the bill, you know, all that stuff, and they'll announce the time when a bill will be voted on and actually go ahead and vote on it instead of stringing people along. All of those promises that the Republicans made when they were the minority party in North Carolina, they've all gone out the window. There is no denying that. So let's just, you know, John Locke Foundation, Art Pope, whoever you are, I mean, we know that they have gotten into power and they have done exactly the same thing to the process, which is screwing it and screwing us, that the Democrats did when they were in power. I'm honest, I was complaining when Jim Black was doing this crap, but now that the Republicans are doing it, honest Republicans need to start complaining about the legislators' abuse of the process too. Yeah, fat chance. But they're going to push through a fracking bill, clearly. And if there's one thing that we can all agree on for sure, is that there hasn't been enough time for the science to do its work on the dangers of fracking, right? Listen, forget about the leakage from the wells. They inject all this water, and then they've got, I can't believe it, Carol, Rick Martinez in the N&O. I'm turning over a new leaf this year. I figure I'd give him a shot. He actually, no, I almost never read him, but none of the op-ed people are really worth reading in the N&O. But Rick Martinez today, I don't know, what was I doing? Oh, I was eating a burrito. I made some homemade burritos. I discovered the joys of cumin. Why did no one ever tell me about cumin before? Here I am just salting the hell out of these canned beans that I'm refrying, trying to get some flavor into them. And I finally pick up my copy of Mark Bittman's How to Cook Everything, which is a great, great cookbook. He used to be a food columnist for the New York Times, food writer for the Times. Anyway, How to Cook Everything is a great, great book. Everything, I made baba ganoush. When am I ever going to learn how to make baba ganoush, Carol? I can make baba ganoush in my sleep now, right? That's how good his baba ganoush is. But anyway, cumin, he says. And so I throw in a couple tablespoons of cumin, mash up the beans in the frying pan, and it was just, oh my God, that's what it's been missing. So I'm eating my homemade burritos at home, canned beans, but give me a break. I chopped up spinach and tomato. I did it right. Heated up the tortilla, the whole wheat tortillas. I did the whole thing right. And a little cheddar in there, and then some green peppers. You know how I do. So. Rick Martinez, it's open, I'm reading that, and he says, hey, there's some problems with the wastewater. I think it was the wastewater he was saying, right? Because once they inject all this water in to break up the shale to get this crappy stuff out, sorry, the crappy stuff that drives half of our economy, the crappy stuff that I heat my house with, yeah, all that terrible crappy stuff. But once you break that up, there's all this wastewater. And so aside from the initial injection, and this is high pressure injection of all kinds of chemicals in water that releases all kinds of chemicals in water, none of which, Carol, is regulated by the EPA. Here we are starting brand new ways to get energy out of the ground that have never really been tested. There's very little science about the long-term effects, the waste, the residues, whatever, and you've got idiot Republicans who want to just shut down the EPA. And they're local, the federal EPA, they're the local people here in North Carolina. They don't want any kind of Department of Natural Resources doing any kind of testing on this. And one could argue that the establishment Democrats don't want to push too hard on this because natural gas companies donate lots of money to Democrats as well as Republicans in North Carolina. But the bottom line is, this is new. And so aside from injecting all this crap into the ground, and breaking up, pulling it out and then processing all that stuff, you then, aside from all that water necessary, you then have all this crappy wastewater that we don't know what to do with. And so what have they been doing, Carol? In Pennsylvania, they've been drilling wells across the Ohio border, near Youngstown, Ohio, right? Have you heard about these earthquakes? There was one Saturday, a 4.0 in Youngstown, Ohio.